There's only one rule for when police can shoot, and it's pretty simple. Police can only shoot to protect human life from immediate serious physical injury. That's it. It all boils down to this one sentence. As simple as it may sound though, it can get pretty nuanced. Let's look at some examples.
Imagine you're a cop and you've been chasing someone for a while. The man just shot someone, but backup isn't coming, and there's no other way to catch him. Can you shoot?
No, you cannot shoot. Think about it. Are you protecting human life right now? No, you're not. So you can't use your gun as a way to apprehend people. Even though he just killed someone, at this moment, he's not an immediate threat to someone's life. He's just running away.
Want to fire a shot in the air because he'll surrender once he knows you mean business. Can you shoot?
No, you cannot shoot. You can never fire warning shots. You can only shoot to protect life, not to intimidate someone.
The man now starts to shoot in your direction to stop you from chasing him. Can you shoot?
Yes, you can shoot. There's an immediate threat to human life now, and it's yours. While police are required to risk their life for others, that doesn't mean they can't protect themselves.
You see a man smashing things in a store. The store owner is there and is giving you permission to stop him. Can you shoot?
No, you cannot shoot. You can never shoot to defend property.
The man is now stealing things from the store, and when you tell him to stop multiple times, he continues to ignore you. You know you can't shoot, but can you pull out your gun to let him know that you're not messing around anymore?
No, a gun is not a tool of apprehension.
You get a message on the radio saying the same man stealing from the store also robbed someone right before this. Can you pull out your gun now?
Yes, now you can. The reason why is because you're allowed to pull out your gun if you think someone has a weapon on them. Even if you don't see the weapon on them, anytime someone is accused of a serious violent crime, like these, the court said it's fair to assume that they did so with a weapon. So the accusation of him committing a robbery alone means you're allowed to pull out your gun. While in the previous scenario, you're not allowed to pull out your gun to threaten or convince, you can pull out your gun to take protective measures and make sure someone that has a weapon doesn't get the jump on you. But remember, even if his previous actions of robbing someone can allow you to draw your gun, only his current actions can determine if you're allowed to shoot.
You're crossing the street when a car tries to run you over. There's a sign on the bumper that says, "I run over cops." Can you shoot?
No, you cannot shoot. Yes, your life is in immediate danger, but realistically, a bullet is not going to stop a car. You have to run and find cover. Also, police aim is pretty bad. It rarely exceeds 50% accuracy, and in a gunfight, it can be as low as 18%. Even if you get lucky and you're able to shoot the tires out, or stop the engine, or even shoot the driver, the car still has momentum and is coming right at you, or is now uncontrollable and is going to hit someone else. So you're not allowed to shoot, but instead you need to run and find cover.
The same car turns around and then the passenger pulls out a gun. Can you shoot?
Yes, you can shoot. You can never shoot a moving vehicle because it's too dangerous for others, but if they're shooting at you, even if it's from a moving vehicle, then it's okay. Also, if they're trying to intentionally ram into other people and use the vehicle as a weapon, then you can also shoot. But it doesn't count if they're just trying to escape and they're doing it so recklessly.
This car hit a stray dog and it's seriously injured. A crowd has gathered and is insisting for you to do something to the dog. Can you shoot to put the dog out of its misery?
No, you cannot shoot. You can only shoot to protect human life, not euthanize animals.
Your partner was also hit by the car and he's suffering severe injuries. You attempt to render aid, but the officer's dog from the canine unit is preventing you from approaching. Can you shoot the dog?
Yes, you can shoot to protect human life.
You see a man pointing a silver object at people. It looks like a gun, but you're not sure. Can you shoot?
Yes, you could shoot. You don't need to be 100% sure it's a gun to shoot because then it might be too late. And unfortunately, scenarios like this do happen. Police got a call about a man pointing a gun at people, but it ended up being a showerhead, and the man was unfortunately killed. While it is awful, it is still lawful, and police are allowed to shoot in this scenario. But this does cause a lot of problems because then it's just based on what the officer perceives to be a weapon. And that could be anything. This of course will be looked at with a lot of scrutiny, and just because the cop can shoot doesn't mean it'll be okay to do so given the whole circumstances.
A female calls the police because her husband beat her. When you respond to the apartment, she's holding a knife over the husband. Can you shoot the woman who is just beaten up by the husband?
Yes, you can shoot. Even if she's the victim and the husband is the criminal, police have to shoot to defend human life. Not just good human life, all life. It may sound messed up for the cop to shoot the victim, but how does the cop know that she's actually the victim? What if she lied? The cop's purpose is to protect human life, and then have the courts figure that out.
The husband, angry that you just shot his wife, pulls out a gun and is shooting at you. But you're protected by cover and you're wearing your bulletproof vest. Can you shoot?
Yes, you can shoot. Think about it. Is your life in immediate danger? Yes, it is, even if it's shielded.
Later on, you're chasing a robber who runs into the subway station full of kids on a field trip. Suddenly, the robber points a gun at you and there's no cover for you. And there's still kids around. Can you shoot?
Yes, you could shoot. You might think a cop's life surely isn't more important than a civilian's life, especially a kid's life. So why can a cop shoot at this guy to protect himself, knowing that he can hurt innocent kids by accident? Well, your life is being threatened right now, so you can shoot. And yes, police need to put themselves in harm's way to protect other people, but they also need to be alive to protect other people. That said, just because police are allowed to shoot doesn't mean they have to. Every situation is different and officers have to make split-second decisions. So although cops may not shoot in this scenario, if a cop were to, it wouldn't be wrong.
You see a man about to jump on an oncoming train. You have no way of stopping this person except for shooting him in the leg. Can you shoot?
No, you cannot shoot. You cannot use your weapon that is very effective at killing people as a way to stop them from killing themselves. You only shoot to stop the threat. And if the threat of this person happens to be himself, you cannot shoot.
Someone is coming at you with a knife and they're very far. You don't want to kill them because they seem like they're mentally ill and they need help, but they're gaining on you quickly. You take aim to shoot them in the shoulder, but your partner shoots them in the chest. Was he wrong to do so?
No, he's not wrong. Not only is your partner not wrong, but he's also doing what he was trained to do, which is shoot at center mass. All that means is that you're supposed to shoot at the largest part to make sure you actually hit your target. While trying to shoot the person in the leg or even shoot the knife out of their hands is noble and it's not against the rules, it's not practical. You will not be faulted if everything goes your way and you get the shot, but you will be faulted if you miss and you hit someone else, or if the perp gets close enough and stabs your partner. It's unfortunate that the gun is such a permanent tool, but if the situation calls for it, you have to use it.
A man shoots your partner in the head and kills him, but then he drops the gun. Can you shoot?
No, you cannot shoot. Yes, he just committed a heinous crime, but he's no longer a threat. You cannot shoot to get revenge, only to protect human life.
A man is behind cover and is shooting at you. You're also behind cover and you want to shoot back, but you only see their head. Can you shoot?
Yes, you could shoot. You're always supposed to shoot center of mass, and in this scenario, the center of mass happens to just be his head.
The man you just shot is on the ground, but he's still holding the gun. He's not listening to your commands to drop it. Can you shoot?
Yes, you can shoot.
The officers take cover and then return fire. 36-year-old David Flores is hit, but as this still image shows, he refuses to drop his gun.
I know this sounds counterintuitive, but police can keep shooting until the threat is stopped. And in this case, the threat is the gun. So if it's still in his hand, there's still a potential threat of him causing serious physical harm. Could the last few shots be the difference between this person living or dying? Yeah, possibly. But could he also be trying to ambush police when they get closer? Yeah, maybe. Police need to obviously use their judgment here, but if they can confidently say that this person is not a threat anymore, they do have to render aid immediately. Even though the person just tried to kill you, police must be impartial and save their life.
A man with a knife is yelling erratically, about 10 feet away from you, but he's not coming up to you. Can you shoot?
Yes, you could shoot. He can come up to you at any moment, and it's considered an immediate threat because he's close enough. And what exactly is close enough? Well, the FBI did an experiment and determined that someone with a knife 21 feet away charging at you can still successfully attack you even if you have a gun. While 21 feet is not a hard rule, all variables will be looked at, but distance is definitely one of the factors.
A man with a knife is about to stab someone. He has his back towards you. Can you shoot?
Yes, you could shoot. You could shoot someone in any part of the body. While it's true that you can't shoot unless someone poses an immediate threat, just because their back is to you doesn't mean they're not.
A man has a screwdriver and is about to stab someone. Can you shoot?
Yes, you could shoot. You could shoot to protect from immediate serious physical injury, and a screwdriver can definitely cause that. Serious physical injury are things like broken bones, amputation, disfigurement, severed arteries, and even death.
After just stabbing someone, the man starts punching random people on the platform. Can you shoot?
No, you cannot shoot. A bat, a stick, a hammer, or a knife can all cause serious physical injury, but your hands usually cannot.
He then starts to push people on the train platform, and you fear that someone may fall into the tracks. Can you shoot?
Yes, you can shoot. While he doesn't have a weapon to cause serious physical injury, he can for sure still do so by pushing someone on the tracks.
You're putting a man under arrest, but he's resisting. Can you shoot?
No, you cannot shoot.
The perp then punches you in the face. Can you shoot?
No, you cannot shoot.
He does it again, and he even breaks your nose. Can you shoot?
No, you cannot shoot. Your nose is not a bone, so it doesn't count as a serious physical injury.
He keeps punching you and you're about to lose consciousness. You think he's going to take your gun when you're knocked out. Can you still not shoot?
This is a great question, and the answer is, it depends. Just like in all the scenarios, the whole picture will be taken into consideration. So if you tried everything you can do, and there's still someone that's about to kill you, even if they don't have a weapon, then it might be deemed okay to shoot.
Well, what if you need to arrest a huge guy and he's not compliant? You think he can kill you with one blow. Can you shoot in this scenario?
Probably not. You could have called for backup or used any other options you have as a cop. At the end of the day, each situation is different, and if a cop gets into a shooting, it'll be scrutinized heavily, most likely by their own police department. And yes, the police investigating themselves sounds like a conflict of interest, but that's because each department often has rules that are more strict than what the federal guidelines for a shooting are. For example, NYPD has a rule that if someone has a mental health issue and they have a weapon, if possible, you should not approach. What you're supposed to do instead is isolate them and keep them there until SWAT comes, because they have more equipment and tactics to protect both parties from harm. So if you as a cop in the NYPD go up to that person with a mental health issue and try to talk them down, but end up shooting them because they lunged at you, you will still be in the wrong, even though your life was in immediate danger. So while the rule of when police can shoot is fairly simple, it has a lot of nuance and the whole scenario will be taken into consideration.